welcome back to our channel. This is episode 2. In this episode we're going to build the TT engine, so let's crack on. Our engine's all stripped down, the block has had a hone, the face has been skimmed, so that's all fresh, bottom all cleaned off, dipped in the acid so there's no carbon or anything inside it. The head has been built up, that's had the same, all nice and clean in here, so there's no carbon on any of the valves. Valves have all been cleaned, relapped, and yeah, so this is all, the head's all fresh, ready to go. So we'll build up the bottom end now. First thing, we'll get the oil squirters in there, and away we go. So oil squirters are in, now we'll pop the crank in there. Crank's in, so we've got some new piston rings. We'll check the gaps on these, get them all checked, build up the pistons. These all stripped down, been cleaned, and yeah, so we'll crack on with this. Right, so the pistons all built up, we've gapped the rings, so now we'll get these popped in the block and we're good to go. So we've got the pistons in on the rods. Now we're going to check the clearance for the bearings, so get a bit of plastic gauge. Pop that one on there, get the cap, I can slide that onto there, grab 2 bolts, so these are our old bolts, not the new ones. Right, lovely, they're torqued up. Crack them back off. Lift that off, we get left with that. Now, line this up with this. So this should, so we're between that and that. Yeah, which is ideal. So we get, gives you, so on here tells us the range, so it's from 0.02 of a millimeter to 0.06 of a millimeter, and ours comes out at 0.05 to 0.06. So yeah, they're good. Clean it off, do it up, done. Right, bottom end's all built up, everything's torqued, plastic gauged all the bearings, they're all good. So next is the oil pump. These have got the balance shafts in them still, so we'll cut this cog off here, get rid of that, weld them solid so they no longer turn, and yeah, do a balance shaft delete, she'll be good to go. That's this gear cut off. So now the balance shafts will move separate to the oil pump, because the shafts on these will seize, and when they seize, oil pump will stop, chain will snap to the oil pump, so you lose oil pressure then. So hopefully, yeah, we won't have any issues with the oil pump now. You can buy a delete pulley that goes on here, spins freely, so you don't have to bother cutting any of this out. But because I've already got it out and shipped the part in the bench, it's just easier for me to cut it off. that's it for this episode. Engine's all built up, so later on when we go to put it back in the car, we'll dress it and have it all going in for that episode. The next episode is the kit's coming. That's got the caging, coilovers, wheels. We'll unbox all of that and start getting that built up.